Hi Kidz Klubbers, welcome to the activity today for Down on the Farm. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be planting some tomato seeds. Now you can plant whatever seeds you want, but I'm going to do tomato seeds because it's something that I've got in my fridge. And believe it or not, you can plant the seeds which are actually in your own tomatoes in your own fridge. And I'm going to show you how to do that. To do this, you are going to need a yogurt pot, which I'm sure many of you have got at home. If not, then use any pot of a similar size. You're going to need some soil. You're going to need a tomato. I've got a plate and a knife. I've got some paper to decorate my pots with. So you'll also need some glue, some sticky tape, and maybe some pens as well. You're also going to need a little bit of water to water your plant as well. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to begin by preparing our tomato. So I'm going to cut our tomato in half. And then what we need to do is we need to scrape out all of the insides of the tomato. Now you need to be very careful. This is only a dinner knife, so it's not very sharp. But you may need a grown-up to help you, okay? So all the gooey stuff is out. Now they are all the seeds, okay? So I'm just gonna move my tomatoes over to one side and I'm gonna get my tissue paper and I'm gonna scrape my seeds onto the tissue paper, ready to dry out. So let's just move my knife to one side. So you need to dab them down as much as we can and take away all of the juice, okay? And then we're just gonna scrape them over to one side. And you leave them to dry. Okay, because they're going to try and get all of that juice off and dry all the juice off before we can then use them, okay? So while they're drying, we're going to decorate our pot. So to decorate our pot, I've got some green card. I'm just going to put some glue on it. And then stick that on. Press that down quite hard to make sure it sticks on. And then you can decorate it with whatever you like, really. The one before, I had some stickers left over, so I've used some farm animals, some bunnies and some chicks on my one there. But this time I'm going to make a pig, so I've just cut out 2 pink circles to make a pig to go on the front of. And there's my pig on my pot, okay. So what we're gonna do next is we need to put in some soil. So we're gonna half fill with the soil. So half fill the pot with the soil, okay. We then get our seeds, which are dried, and we pop a couple of those in our soil. And then add a tiny bit of water just to dampen it all off. There we go. And then we get our soil again. And we fill the pot up with the soil. Push it in, make sure it's nice and cozy for those seeds to start growing. And we then add a bit more water to give it a nice drink. And that's now all your seeds planted in your pot. Now what you need to do is you need to put these on a really sunny windowsill to let the sun get to it, to warm it up and let all that photosynthesis do its stuff like you've learned at school, for those plants to start growing. And then soon you'll have your own tomatoes to eat. Won't that be fantastic, Kidz Klubbers? Brilliant. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that, and we're going to go over to our next activity now.